Is it really a myth if it gets caught on camera? Well, that's what we have in store for you today. From terrifying winged beasts to mysterious humanoids.
I'm doing it. What?
These are the most unbelievable mythical creatures caught on camera. Unicorn remains. Someone just recovered this video from an old tape, and it shows an actual white unicorn. Since this was recorded in the Western Cascades in Washington, hunters immediately went there to look for it. Although they couldn't find the animal, they managed to dig up these remains. It looked like the top of a head with a really long and sharp horn. It clearly belonged to a unicorn. They took these remains to research institutions for further analysis, but there are no updates. Mysterious angels. The Rauma Museum in Old Town Hall, Finland, is well known for its history and architecture. But in February 2021, a shocking event made it famous for another reason. Two winged creatures appeared above its clock tower and began circling it. They were too large to be birds, and their forms looked unlike anything natural, which made people wonder if these could be angels. The creatures kept flying for nearly 2 hours before disappearing into the sky. Do you think they had come to send a divine message? Wolf or not? In 2017, people driving to Canaan Valley in West Virginia saw this dark creature moving across the meadow. It looked like a wolf, but its behavior was far too strange. It kept galloping around like a horse. After reaching their destination, they saw the same creature among the woods, but this time it was walking like a human. Wolves have disappeared from the wild in West Virginia long ago, and they don't behave like this. So what do you think this creature was? Comment below. Mysterious creatures. This video shows a man exploring Olympic National Forest in Washington at night when he found the strangest creatures he had ever seen. They had pale skin and bodies shaped like monkeys, but they weren't monkeys at all. When he turned around, he realized more of them had surrounded him on the branches, all with the same huge ears, alienoid eyes, and rat-like tails. They watched his every move cautiously until one suddenly chased after him while screeching, terrifying him so much that he ran.
I'm doing it. What?
Dogman encounter.
It's holding a baby.
10 years ago, a couple was hiking near the Dos Uwallips River Trail along the eastern edge of Olympic National Park in Washington. That's when they saw this tall humanoid being in the distance. Although it was standing like a person, the creature had fur much similar to that of a wolf, tail, and a snout, which is why they immediately thought it was a dogman. It stood still for a few minutes, then charged towards them. Before it could reach them, the couple stopped recording and ran out of there.
Oh my God.
Gargoyle on roof. This is not something you see every day. In the village of San Juan Teotihuacan in Mexico, a man found a strange winged creature on the roof of his home. It was pale, with huge wings. Its head had a bizarre shape and a sharp curved tail behind it. As the man began recording, the creature suddenly flew right above him, revealing a humanoid body that looked just like a gargoyle. The gargoyle kept flying higher and higher until it disappeared into the sky. After he warned other villagers about this, they set up traps in case the creature returned. Terrifying Mothman.
Sat on the car, and we're sitting there talking for a little bit, and I noticed a bright star over to my right. And all of a sudden it started to get bigger, and it turned bright red and started to glow, and like it burst through the clouds.
In 1967, a woman named Linda Sigmund had been stargazing with her boyfriend in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. That's when they saw a massive winged humanoid beast with bright eyes. They thought it was the Mothman and immediately drove away from there. And guess what? Last year, a tourist came across something similar in that same location. Its feathers looked like those of a raven, but its face was terrifying. It stared at him with eyes that seemed too intelligent to belong to an ordinary bird. He didn't get too close, believing it was the same legendary beast seen years ago. Juvenile dragon. When this creature snuck into a home in Duong Lam village in Vietnam, no one knew what to do with it. It was a small juvenile dragon with gray, scaly skin. The frightened creature was cowering inside a room. Suddenly, it shot a burst of flame across the room to scare everyone away. It worked, but even after that, the dragon did not leave the house, and the homeowner has not shared any updates about it. Terrifying humanoid. This scary encounter happened in Peru. A tall, pale humanoid had walked towards this woman who'd been outside her home. It looked absolutely nightmarish. But guess what? Instead of running away like any other person would have, this old woman stood her ground as she faced the humanoid. It tried approaching her, but with the help of a long stick and an iron will, she managed to scare it away. The humanoid eventually screeched and ran away from her. Winged gargoyle. While standing at the bell tower of Granada's Mary Cathedral in Spain, a tourist spotted a terrifying humanoid with huge bat wings in the distance. It was climbing the red dome and stopped only after it reached the cross. The creature spread its wings wide as if to send a message to the people watching from below. A few seconds later, it flew away into the sky. The video went viral, and viewers said this was a demonic gargoyle from another dimension, sent to deliver a warning. Mermaid sighting. In 2021, a videographer named Martin Solis went to the Siloa Lagoon in Nicaragua and ended up seeing this strange creature. Its skin had a strange tone, with long silvery hair and a terrifying face. Its upper body looked humanoid, but its long tail was clearly fish-like. The creature suddenly thrashed its tail before diving into the water. Martin realized this was a real mermaid and couldn't let it go, so he flew his drone and saw it swimming away from his fast. Mythical surprise. On the 17th of April last year, a hiker in Yosemite National Park, California, came across the most unbelievable sight. In a clearing, there was a white dragon with massive wings and a long snout. White scales ran down its neck all the way to its long tail. The most shocking part was how calm it was. Even as people walked nearby, the dragon did not growl or lunge. So they had not only captured it, but also tamed it. Despite its behavior, the hiker was too shocked and terrified to step into the clearing and kept recording from a safe distance. Backyard creature mystery. Can you believe a man found this mysterious creature in his own backyard? He had been watering his plants when he saw it. It was a small, lizard-type creature with a thick, long tail. But the most shocking feature was its dark purple and blue wings. They were made of wide, fan-shaped membranes. He looked it up online but could not find any known creature like this. But if any of you know what it could be, let me know in the comments below. Reptilian winged beast. After a member of a search and rescue team was searching in Aokigahara Forest in Japan for missing people, he ended up spotting a terrifying creature in the distance. It looked like a dark reptilian dragon with leathery wings. Its long serpentine tail was coiled around a tree trunk. He was about to leave the area to return with more backup, because if this creature was behind the missing people, he did not want to become the next one. Eventually, the creature flew away. Hodag sighting. When a logger found a dense patch of trees in Brazil's Amazon rainforest, he thought it was the perfect spot to start cutting. But then, he noticed a row of thick spikes among the woods. He slowly walked closer and found a huge creature. The sharp spikes ran along its back all the way down its tail, and its massive head was just as creepy as the rest of its body. It looked just like a hodag. He realized he had walked into its territory and quietly left the area without drawing its attention. Griffin discovery. When a man visited Wasatch Cache National Forest in Utah for its landscapes, spotting a griffin wasn't on his list. The massive creature in the distance had huge wings, an eagle's face, and a lion's body. It looked powerful as it walked slowly with its wings flared. As he kept recording, the creature slowly turned toward him like it had sensed his presence, but the man stayed hidden. Later, he quietly tracked it to a nearby cave, which seemed to be its home. After that, he made sure to stay far away from those caves. Terrifying dragon. Have you seen this dragon sighting that even made it on the news? In October 2014, when a man was recording Notre Dame in Paris for its grand architecture, a massive winged creature flew above it. With its huge wings, long snout, and sharp horns, it looked just like a dragon. It sat on the building and began watching the people below, who were now screaming with fear. Then, just moments later, the dragon roared and flew away to the mysterious place it had come from. Even experts were terrified by its unbelievable appearance. Kappa encounter.
Oh my God. It's right there.
On the 20th of July, 2023, a man went to a Cranesville swamp, Maryland, and sensed a strong fishy scent. After following it, he ended up seeing a real river spirit. It was a kappa, which is a scary entity from Japanese folklore. It had green humanoid limbs and a head, along with a turtle shell. He stayed away since these creatures can be really dangerous, but it still noticed him. It dove into the water, and the man walked away as far as he could. Centaur encounter. Some friends lost their way after wandering too deep into Redwood National Forest in California, and it led them to the most shocking discovery. They thought it was someone on a horseback and could help them find a way out, but the creatures that stepped out were far from normal. They had horse-like legs, but humanoid upper bodies and long hair. These were centaurs. Since these creatures can be dangerous, the friends stayed hidden and waited until they were gone.
Agáchese. Estaban escondidos ahí.
Winged humanoid.
Mira ya, hermano, mira eso.
Riding down the North Yungas Road in Bolivia is a real adventure, but one man spotted something far more terrifying. He noticed a strange humanoid creature along the narrow cliff road. Its legs were bent at odd angles and had massive feathery wings. The creature's limbs ended in sharp talons, making it look like a predator. To his horror, the creature's head slowly turned to look at him, but the man was lucky it didn't do anything dangerous, because on a road like this, there would be nowhere to escape.
Joder. No te acerques.
Leashed griffin. You're about to see one of the most shocking videos of this compilation. A man had a huge winged creature on a leash, with its eagle head, huge wings, and feline lower body. It looked like a griffin. However, its color was way darker than the ones you saw in other videos. The griffin kept leaping around as if trying to fly away, but in the end, when the leash broke, it did not fly away, which meant this terrifying beast was his pet. Roaring monstrosity. This video shows a bone-chilling beast trapped in a lab by scientists. It wasn't a wolf or a big cat. It was bulkier, creepier, and far more powerful than either. The gray creature thrashed around the lab, roaring loudly as it searched for a way out. Although no further details are available about this video, viewers believe scientists may have created a hybrid with the strongest and most dangerous qualities of both feline and canine, resulting in this monstrous creature. What do you think it really is? Cave goblins. An archaeologist went to the Gila cliff dwellings in New Mexico, built by the Tularosa Mogollon people for living. Inside one of the openings, he spotted multiple bizarre creatures. They were short, gray-skinned, with long ears and strange faces like goblins. It seemed the caves had been home to these creatures, possibly since the Mogollon people lived there in the 13th century. The man did not dare to step inside, not wanting to encounter them. If you want to see more of these shocking videos, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.